Hello, everybody. Welcome to the training. You may already see the agenda. So I think the first item is we want to have a brief introduction of the Marama Art Exchange work group and followed by the self-introduction of our training teams. And so maybe Jesse, want to do the introduction for the work group first?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So Min and I, my name is Jess Munyon. I work for New Jersey DEP in air monitoring. Min and I are the co-chairs of the Marama Art Exchange Work Group. A lot of you probably are already in it, but if you are not, we usually meet once a quarter and we'll have presenters from different state and local agencies that use R for different projects, different like everyday tasks that they have to do related to air quality. And this summer we decided to have a training series instead of a meeting. So if you are interested in the work group and are not part of it already, please reach out to myself, Min, or Jesse Carpenter, who I'm going to introduce next, who works for Marama. And I'll be one of the TAs who will be in the chat, helping with questions in the chat throughout the training today. Jesse, if you want to go next.
Hi, yes, briefly, I'm the air quality scientist and planner for Marama, and I'm helping mostly in an administrative capacity with these trainings, running the Teams meeting and administering the Teams page and all of that stuff. So for any questions about accessing those things, just let me know. And I think I'm going to be going over the Teams page in a second here.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Min Zhou from Pennsylvania DEP, and I have been using R for about 5 years. I will lead some of the lectures and also help with the chat. And that's all about me. And yeah, more than welcome to contact me if you have any questions related to R. Next, we should go to our TA teams today. TAs, let's see who will.
Yeah, do our TAs want to just pop in and say hi so people know what name to look for?
Hey, Jess. Hey, guys, this is Rodney Cuevas from Mississippi DEQ, and I'm going to help out. I'm TAing one of the sessions in week 3, and I'm going to also help here in the chat. But glad all y'all can make it, and hopefully this will be a good R session. I appreciate Jess and Min and everybody putting it on. It's going to be good. So glad everybody's here.
Thanks, Rodney. I know we also have Liz Bosak from PADEP who will be helping in the chat. I know we have Joel Dreesen who might be in the chat helping out too. If anyone else is here and wants to pop in and say hi, go for it. But if not, we can move on.
Hi, Ranil Dhamapala, South Coast AQMD. Just like Jesse said, I'll be helping with the chat. And yeah, I don't know how many others are on this training from out west, but feel free to ask. And yeah, I think like Rodney said, looking forward to this, looking at probably shaping up to be pretty good. So thanks.
Thanks, Ranil.
Yeah. Hi, Joel Dreesen, Maryland Department of Environment, and I'll be helping out however and whenever I can, chat or otherwise. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Sebastian from NJDEP. I work with Jessica, and I'm also helping out in the chat, and I'm probably going to be doing a session later on in the program.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And just a quick reminder, housekeeping, just keep yourself muted if possible. That way we don't hear your background noise. If you have a question later where there's a chance to raise hands and unmute, obviously you can unmute then, but for now, just stay muted, please. Okay, do you guys want to go over the Teams page really quick or get started?
Yep. I think that's me. Let me just share my screen really quick. All right. Can you all see my screen okay?
Yes,
Yes.
we can see it.
Wonderful. I guess just to reiterate what Jess said earlier, for those who are on a few minutes early, if your agency organization already uses Teams, as in the Teams app on your computer, you will have to access this page through. So if you go up to your user icon up here, there'll be you'll see the Marama account as another account. So you'll have to click on that to access the training series. I wish there was a way to like where it could be like a tab, it could just all be one together, or it could all be together under your main account, but I don't think there's a way to do that. It's just through the Marama account. So you'll have to access it that way. And if anybody has had issues accessing the Teams page, just let me know and I can help you troubleshoot. You might also have success working with your IT department if I'm not able to get back to you very soon, or if I'm not sure the solution to the issue you're having. But yeah, do contact me after the training directly if you have not been able to access the Teams page. Once you get there, so you'll see there's this general tab under Summer R training series. And this is where we will make announcements about the training. Like I emailed this to all of you, but I also put it here. And then this is also where you'll access files, like data files and such, under the Files tab. And training prerequisites. You all have hopefully seen this file already, because these steps were supposed to be taken before this training. If not, that's okay. You can still follow along, or you can watch the recording later after you've taken these steps. But this is the training prerequisites. And then Learn Basic R. This is the page that Min and Jess developed that has the agenda for the training series, and then week by week kind of what we're going to be going over, and sort of reiterating the steps that we're going to take. And this Learn R page, this main Learn R page just goes over the objectives of the training as well. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's nothing, the only thing that's under this wiki tab right now is just this training prerequisites page. That's basically just what I named the notebook for associated with this Teams page. We don't currently have any other documents here, so there's nothing of note here yet, but we'll let you know if that changes.
Hello.
And then
It's good.
yes.
How are you?
Oh, I think somebody is not muted. Here, there we go. Thank God for the mute all button, right? Okay. Where was I? And then the discussion tab. This is where we can do some Q&A outside of these training sessions, because we may not have time to go over every single question and answer, or you might have a question that comes up, in the middle of trainings. So you can put that here. And that's helpful because somebody might have the same question as you. So it makes sure that these things aren't just being dealt with like individually, but because that would be a lot of work for Min and Jess. They probably don't want to answer the same question 20 times. So it would be really helpful if people could put their questions here where everybody can see them, so that they can see the answer as well. And there's no dumb question. This is the purpose of this, is it's supposed to be for beginners. And so please don't hesitate to ask questions here. Introductions. This is a separate channel that I created just for folks to introduce themselves, and here's some prompts to help with that. And it looks like we have a lot of introductions here, so that's been fun to read so far. So yeah, you could put that there, and then that's just a way for us to all get to know each other, since we probably won't have time to introduce ourselves because there's a lot of us on these calls. But we are going to be doing, I'll let Min introduce this, but we are going to be doing some introductions in each meeting. So kind of a group of people will introduce themselves like per training, as opposed to us trying to introduce everybody in one. So yep, that's the Teams page. Are there any questions about the Teams page aside from individual troubleshooting issues, any which you can talk to me about afterwards? Are there any like general questions, comments that people would like to share?
So if you have any questions, maybe the best way to ask is through the chat box. And I think we're gonna stick our agenda and try to do the next one. Is that okay?
Fine with me.
Yeah, okay. So the next one is we're gonna call for 2 volunteers since this is gonna be a live demo. So really we want 2 volunteers to do this training together with us. So one reason is that we want to know the pace and of your learning. Another is we're gonna take questions from these 2 volunteers. And for other questions, please try to type it in the chat box. So if you want to be that volunteer, and please raise your hand. So Jesse gonna give you the access as a presenter to share your screen.
Oh, if no one volunteers, I'm just going to pick somebody.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the point of having, like Min was saying, 2 people volunteer is to show their screen, because instead of following someone like Min or I who know how to use R and you don't, and we might be going too fast and you might miss something, whereas someone who's on the same level of you as you might be going at the pace everyone else is, so everyone's able to keep up. So if we can just get 2 people who would be willing to share their screens, that would be awesome. Or else I'm just going to pick 2 people.
I'll share my screen.
Oh, we got 2 volunteers.
Wow.
We got a couple. Okay, Thomas, and then whoever spoke.
That was me, Taylor.
Okay. Thanks, Taylor. Taylor and Thomas, if you guys want to get R open, and can 2 people share their screen at once? Probably just one.
We're gonna one by one. So first, make sure they have the access. They can share their screen. That's the first thing. So make them as a presenter first. So I think we can start right now. Is that okay for everyone? And so we have volunteers, and before volunteers share your screen, try to introduce yourself. So let me share my screen so we can start. And okay, so this is the first session. If you go to the training materials, okay, there's just already covered about this training materials. There's agendas, and okay, it has the topics for each session. So for today, we're gonna go the first week of the first session, and gonna have a overview of the R. So what is R? So R is a basic. I would think this is the most simplest programming language I encountered so far. So it was developed by 2 professors, Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman, in the University of in New Netherlands. So now you can tell why the R is called R, right? Their first name, first character of their first name. So R has a comprehensive statistic analysis package, and I like it the most is because it's open source and free. And R has been widely used for data analysis, data processing, and calculation, and making plots and maps. And it has about over 10,000 packages, and the number is still growing. And since it is able to handle large amount of data, so you may think about, okay, there's might be memory problem or speed or security problem because it's open source. And so far, I don't have any problem with using R. So another is who uses R. Okay, this is a chart that shows is ranked, okay, the sectors from the top to bottom. So the top three are academic, healthcare, and government. Actually, we are the third largest user for using R. You may already see many people are starting using R, so it's a good time to start to pick it up. And when do we want to use R? So basically, for example, import data and read data, and or download the data from website, or document or share your project. And in some cases, when your data need to be frequently updated, and we also try to automate that process. And okay, next one is we're gonna start to call our volunteers to share their screen, and we're gonna do this live demo together. Okay, we stop sharing, and we call one volunteer first. I think Tom, would you want to
I
go
know.
first?
Thomas or Taylor, yeah, for the two.
Yes, hi, I'm Tom Calhoun. I work for PADEP, and yeah, I'll try to share my screen.
Thank you, Tom. All right. So for everyone else, please, you can open your RStudio right now, and like what you see from the screen that Tom just shared. And if you open RStudio, you can see the 4 windows, right? And RStudio is like the user interface that we can type R code and run it, and also show the output and also the plots. So, and the first left top we call the code editor. Okay, code editor is where we can type our code, and the right top is we call the workspace and the history, right? Where you can, for example, if you look at the environment, right, that is where you can see what are variables or objectives being created during the process of your coding. And the left bottom is R console. So where you're gonna show the R code has been, and sometimes it's gonna show some of the you printed some variable, it's gonna show it in the console where you're gonna see the process of running the R. And the bottom right is we call it the plots and the files. Where you can, under the files, you will see the path of your current path of your file, and plots. That plots tab, it will show the plot that been created after you run certain lines of code. Okay, this is a very some basic about the RStudio, the interface, how it looks like. And if you don't like your RStudio, and actually, I don't like this the white background, so I try to customize RStudio. So to do that, you can go to Tools. If you click the Tools on top, okay, click Tools, and then go to the Global Options. Okay, click its very bottom. Okay, Global Options, right? Here, you can choose Appearance. You see that button on the left? Appearance. I want to the third, fourth one. Okay, click that one. You can increase the editor font size, right? Your case it is 10 right now. You can increase like 12 or 13, right? So make it bigger. And another is the editor theme, right? Editor theme. If you click each of this, it's gonna show you how your editor looks like, right? For my case, I prefer use let's see, I use a Cobalt. That's my favorite. Did you say that one? Yeah, next one. Okay, this is what I choose. I mean, it's up to you, right? Maybe you can give it a try. You select this one and click OK button. Okay, click OK. Oh, look. So your RStudio looks different right now, right? So from this one, from this exercise, where you can change the appearance of your RStudio, customize it. Okay, next. And I would think it's a very good practice to make our project instead of, write your code directly. So we're gonna learn how to create a R project, okay? So if you go to the file, click File, and then New Project, okay? Click New Project, all right? And okay, it's saying, okay, it's creating the new project right now. Give it a few seconds, okay? Then click the New Directory. Yeah, New Directory, and then New Project. All right, so this is a directory name. For example, you can give it like a R training something. Yeah, for this training, right? R training. And the next one is a browse to select which folder you want to put this project, right? You put it to a folder directory where you can find it later. Okay. Yeah, just, all right, you can put it here. Okay, and then create a project. Click that create project. Okay. Now you see it's a brand new R project here. And then now we have a project. Usually I prefer to create several folders. If you go to the left bottom, the file and plot panel, there's a new folder. Do you see that? New folder. Okay, click new folder. Okay, we're gonna make several folders under this directory. Okay, project, for example, script. Okay, you can create a folder named script where you're gonna save your script. Yeah, script, okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you go back to that one really quick? Can
Which
you just
one?
repeat that last step?
And last item, okay, did you see Tom's screen? It's a new folder, did you see that one?
No, can you repeat that part?
Just click new folder. Is that something you're asking? Okay, click new folder again. Okay, we're gonna make 2 more folders. Okay, let's do it. Input. Input is usually I put all my input files where I import data from. Okay, let's create another one like output. All the data processed or plot that I created, I put it in this output folders. All right, so usually this is how my R project looks like, but I would recommend it, and you can decide if you want to do it in the same way. Okay. Taylor, did I answer your questions? Do you have any other questions about this process? Okay, I did not hear anything. Okay, now let's create a R script. Okay, and for here, now you can go to, if you look at the top left, there's a file with a green plus sign here. If you click that one, and there's R script, click R script. All right, okay. Now you have a R script. Now we need to save it. Okay, click that floppy disk icon. Just, yeah, click save. Okay. Okay, that we save it in the script folder. Okay, double click that script. Okay, maybe we can name this like a week 1-1 or session 1, whatever name you want to name it. Okay.
Someone in the chat mentioned that we were going a little fast. So so right now, if you can save it.
Yeah, save it.
So
Okay.
for those who were missing what was going on in the top left corner, under file, there is a white box with a green plus. That's how you're going to open a new R script.
Yeah.
And then we're just naming it and saving it in the script folder. And that's what Tom just named week 1 session.
Okay.
It was the top, Melody, are you asking how you get a new R script, it's the white button. Oh, you type it in like you're saving a file. Yeah, can you, oh, okay. Now go to save this one, just for fun. Oh, wait, yeah. Just like pretend you're gonna do it again. And then go to save. And then you would name it down here in file name, Melody, and then you can just click save. So I think if that was where we were stuck, I think, okay. All right, I think we're good. You can move on, Min, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, and also you can also type your questions in the chat box as well. I mean, today is okay. I think we still have time. All right. So the next one. So now we created the R project. Now we also create an empty R script where we're gonna work together to do some fun stuff right now. Okay. So next is about basic R coding basics. So the first concept I'm going to introduce is about creating an object. So R is an object-oriented programming language. What does that mean? It means everything in R actually is treated as an object. So the formula to create an object is like, for example, you give an object name, and then followed by this assignment operator. Assignment operator is made of this left arrow or less than sign and followed by hyphen. Okay, you can type it like that way, or you can use RStudio's keyboard shortcut like Alt plus the hyphen sign. Okay, let's so this is about to create an object. We're gonna practice how to create objects. Before doing that, we're gonna talk about what is the rules in R to name a project. So object names must start with a letter and can only contain letters, numbers, underscore, and dot. And so this is the rule to create an object. And we're gonna have do some practice here. You can see, okay, the first one in our training materials. Okay, we're gonna do, for example, you can type n space data, and so n space data. Okay, data. Okay, followed by this assignment operator. So you can do alt hyphen. Okay, if you type alt hyphen, okay, this is a shortcut to for the assignment operator. And then, for example, you found a value, right? Object that should have a value. For example, 5 or 10, what number you want to give it. Okay, for example, 5. Okay, how to run this script? We do Control Enter. If you put your mouse in the line 1 and run Control Enter. Okay. Okay, let's see what we see. What is the output from this console, right? It says, does it say okay, there's an error, right? Error message. Okay, it's unexpected symbols. So why we have this symbol is because we did not follow the rule to define object names, right? There's a space. We should not expect space, right? There should only underscore and dot as symbols, okay? We can do 2 more practice. Maybe let's do an underscore data. Underscore data and alt hyphen and 5 and Control Enter to run the script. Okay, there's no error message at all, right? So this one is a perfect example for how to name an object, right? Start with a letter with a underscore, right? And let's practice the last one. For example, you start with first underscore data. So 1 st underscore data. The alt hyphen and 5 and Control Enter. Okay, we have an error again, right? Because this name started with a number. So, okay, so this is just some a little practice of how to name an object. And next one is the calling functions. And I would think my personal experience is coding is like a process of calling and combine different functions. So R has a large collection of built-in functions, and the function looks like it has a name, right? Function name followed by the parentheses. And inside of that parentheses are different arguments where you want to put it in the function. And for example, we're gonna use the sum function as an example. Let's practice a little bit. Okay, we want to add 5 numbers together, right? So we don't add 5 numbers directly. We're gonna assign it to object and take summation of this 3 objects. So for example, let's do A. We assign A to 5, B to 6, and C to 10. So A at -5. Okay, alt hyphen. Okay, let's do it again. So A, let's assign 5 to A. So it's similar like we did in line 2, right? So A alt hyphen.
Hey, Min?
Yes.
Just Joel, just for clarification, are you on a Mac?
No, I'm using Windows.
Okay.
So
When
Min is not sharing her screen. This is one of the attendees is sharing their screen.
the clarification is you're using Alt or you're using Shift, I guess is what I was asking.
For Mac?
For when you're typing the caret, the greater than sign, less than sign,
Uh-huh.
you're pressing Alt or you're using Shift?
Oh, okay. So maybe
I was just asking for the clarification there for the sake of
okay, we use alt and hyphen as a shortcut for that assignment operator.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. So let's assign 5 to A. Okay. Let's type A in front of that assignment operator. Okay, A and then alt hyphen and 5. Okay, and enter, or you can do Control Enter. Okay, let's define B. B give B with a value of 6. And, okay, B6, and let's do C. And C give a value of 10. All right. Okay, and then let's call sum function. Okay, SUM parentheses and put A comma B C. Okay, so and then you can do a Control Enter to run the script to see what's gonna happen. Do you get this the summation of this 3 numbers, right? 21. Okay, so this is how we run a function. So if you are not familiar with, if you want to know more about these functions, right? Basically, you can do question mark and then function name. For example, let's try a question mark and the function name SUM. And then you can do Control Enter. Okay, if you look at the file and plots window, right? Basically, it provides a very detailed explanation of your function, right? How to use it, what's the argument, and in the bottom, it also provides the examples of how to use these functions as well. I think this is quite helpful. So I use it a lot whenever I'm not sure what arguments I should put to a function. I try to do question mark and type the function name. That will that's the way I learn how to use the functions as well. So there are some other exercises like exercise 3. I will skip it for now, and most of the exercises you are seeing on these training materials, you can use it as your homework after the training. Some simple one we will do it together during the training. And okay, now we learned about how to call functions. And next is about basic data types.
Min,
Yes.
I do have a question. So
Yeah.
the exercise that we did,
Yeah.
were we supposed to do it in the console or in the script?
You can do it, you can type it like what you are doing right now in the script.
In the script. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
And especially here, like exercise 3, right? I'm asking you use a function SCQ, right? To create a sequence of a number from 0 to 20 with increment of 5. And if you don't know how to use a seq function, right? Seq function, you just do question mark SEQ and then enter it, and you will see how to use it, right? From the file and the plot console. So from where you can learn how to use that function. Okay.
Hey,
Which
Min.
are, yeah, yes.
Really quick, got a couple people in the chat asking to slow down because they're not following with some of the shortcuts, and they're not fully understanding what all these like control this, things like that. So if that could just be explained a little better, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe this time Tom can explain it, right? So I think the first one Jason mentioned about the control enter, right? Control enter is the shortcut where we can use to run our script. Okay. If you don't use control enter, you can also click let's see, on the left. Okay. In this script window, did you see that run 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 on the right top? Did you see that one? Yeah, you can also click that to run a script. Okay. And but I just talking about how to run our script using shortcut. Okay, Control Enter is the shortcut to run a line of a script. If you want to run multiple lines, basically you're gonna select multiple lines and then do Control Enter or click that run button in the code editor. And I'm not sure, is there any other, did I covered everything or you have other questions?
I don't have a question, but I would like to mention, I think someone asked where they should like be typing. I think if you type in your script, that's just like more so for note-taking purposes. But if you type it in the console, that's when you can like just run it instantly. So
oh yeah. I rarely type in the console. The reason is because if I want to repeat the previous script, right, it will be much easier to repeat a certain lines in my script, right, instead of type it again. So because it just overwrites. Yeah. So that, yeah, just a side note. Yeah, it's better to write your script in the script editor. And any other questions in the chat box I should mention? And some people mention about it's a little bit too fast. And so I mainly do this with Tom. So hopefully Tom is a very good representative from this group where we can know the pace. If no questions, we can move forward. Okay, the next one is the basic data types. In today's training, we're gonna introduce the 4 data types, and they are integers, numeric, strings, and logic. So integers are numbers that do not contain any decimal values. And for example, our design values, right? It's integer. Design value of ozone is an integer, and it does not have any it's decimal values. So next one is double or numerical, right? And if a number has decimal value, so we call it as double or numerical. And the third one is a character or string. So those are the alphabets or numbers that are enclosed by double quotes. So for example, ozone itself, right, or PM 2.5, they were treated as a character or string. And the last one is logic. So logic is like a value which has only two values, right? True or false, right? You can use T or true, the full name, or use F or full name of false. And in our training materials, you will see we provide some of the functions associated with different data types. For example, as integer as an example, we can do as dot integer. That's usually used to convert other different type of, to convert a data to integer, okay, data type conversion. And the integer itself is used to create integer. And not the last one is dot integer is to check if data is integer or not. So the output will be like a true or false. Okay. And there's some other functions that we can check the type of an object. For example, class and the type of and the string. Okay, those functions are commonly used if you are not sure what your data type is. So for example, we're gonna do one example. For example, A here, Tom has A, right? A has been assigned as 5. Okay, let's check what is the data type of A. Okay, let's do, for example, class CLASS. Okay, high parentheses. Let's type the, okay, and put A inside. Okay, you can click run button or you can do Control Enter. Okay. So I can barely see your screen. So what kind of thing, what is the output did you see, Tom? Did you see numerical or integer?
It's
If you-
numeric. Numeric
see
is
none
the
of-
output.
What the output is numerical, right?
Right, numeric.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so that's how, yeah, output. So class will provide you what is the data type of an object. And if you want to make it an integer, for example, 5. So for example, if you go line 4, where you have a go line 4, okay, where you can put a L after 5, okay. If you put a capital L after 5, okay, then run it again. Okay, Control Enter to run that line again. Okay, and then let's check the data type of A. Go to line 10. And then do Control Enter, run it again. Okay. Okay, what is the data type right now? Sorry, I cannot see your screen because it was blocked by your name.
Yeah, integer. It says
Oh,
integer.
okay. Okay, integer again. So, okay, so this is a function where we can use to check the data types, right? We also just showed how different data types, right? When we define an object. So, I think the next one is data structure. Okay, I think I would like to thank Tom to share your screen, and we will let the next volunteer to share her screen for the next for the rest of the session.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Can you guys see the R?
Yeah, I can see your
Okay.
our studio very well. Okay, thank you. So next one is about the data structure. We're gonna introduce 4 commonly used data structure, but vector, data frame, list, and matrix. But I would say I used the first 2 data structure most, vector and data frame most. Okay, if you look at the, I also have a picture here in the training material. If you go to section 3.5 point one vector. So vector is the simplest type of data structure in R. It can be one column or one row of data, and each element of a vector should be the same. I mean, in terms of type. So for example, either it's all numeric, or it's all integer, or it's all characters. Okay, this is about a vector. So how do we create a vector? Vector can be created using the function combine. Okay, C parentheses. Okay, it's very easy. C. Okay, and each element will be separated by a comma between parentheses, right, inside of this C function. And let's create a vector for concentration right now. So let's type CONC, concentration, CONC, and alt hyphen. That is a shortcut of assignment operator. Of course, you can also type less than symbol and then hyphen. Okay, let's followed by, okay, next is C. Okay, function C, let's call C parentheses. Let's put 80, 40, and 8. And yeah, then let's do Control Enter. Okay. Once you run this script, on your right side of your panel, if you look at this environment history, right, there's a variable, right? There's an object called CONC, concentration, right? It shows what's the value and the length, right, from 1 to 3. So it has 3 elements. And you can also type the object CONC in your and then to print it in the console. If you type CONC and then Control Enter, that's how you can show it in the console. Okay, let's check if concentration is a vector. Okay, you can do is dot vector to check it is a vector or not. So yeah, okay, and parentheses. We always type parentheses after function name. Okay, then Control Enter. Control Enter. You're gonna run this script. Okay, do you see true or false? I cannot see. Taylor, can you tell us what is the output looks like in the console?
It says true.
Okay, thank you. So it's true means it is a vector. Okay, and there's some other function we can use to check the length of this vector. For example, if you call length followed by okay, you can do length LENGTH. Okay, length. Okay, parenthesis, and do the vector name CONC, and Control Enter. Yeah, we expect to see 3, right? That's how many elements of this vector. And another good way to display the vector is use str structure, str. str CONC. Yeah. Okay, it will show you, right? What is the data structure? Okay, what is the data type, right, of this vector, and also what's each of the first few elements. And another one is view. And this is particularly useful if you want to view a data frame or whatever vector you want to see it. Okay, parentheses, CONC, and Control Enter. All right, so this is did you see another window opened, right? So it shows the data type and the values. Okay, this is another way to view our vector. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to your script.
Min,
Yes.
I'm getting an error for the view.
Did you use a capital V?
Okay. No, thank you.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, let's create another vector, pollutants. Okay, let's create a like POL. Let's POL, yeah, pollutants, art hyphen. Okay, and C, right? C is a function to create a vector. Okay, hypothesis. And we put ozone, NO2, and PM 2.5. Okay, separated by comma. Okay, double quote. Yeah, NO2, the comma, and the PM 2.5. Okay, this is a vector of characters, right? Okay, Control Enter. Okay, we're gonna use these two vectors to build to create a data frame later. Okay, now it's time to talk about the data frame, right? Okay, data frame is I think we are very familiar with table, right? Table is called data frame in R. So we can think it as a group of columns, and where each column is made of a vector. So that means each column should have the same data type, right? And each column should also all the columns should have the same length as well to make a table. And the function to create a data frame is actually data frame, right? Data dot frame. Okay. And now we're gonna create a data frame using the two vectors we just created. Okay. For example, let's define give an object name, right? Like a DF. Let's do DF. DF or monitor DF, whatever you can name it. Yeah, DF assignment operator, right? Alt hyphen, and then it's called data dot frame function. Data dot frame function. Okay, and hypothesis. Okay, let's okay. Now we're gonna give the column name, right? For example, first column should call the pollutant, right? For example, you can give pollutant POL equals yeah, equals pollutants, right? The vector name we just created. Pollutants and comma. And then design value. Okay, dV equals concentration, right? dV equals equal, not plus. Okay, equals CO and C, right? Another, okay, let's do Control Enter again. Okay, now on the right side, in the environment history window, did you see DF data frame? You see there's a DF being created, right? It has 3 observations of 2 variables. If you click DF from the environment panel, if you click that DF, then it will open a window. Okay, click that one. Okay, it's the same as you do view it, right? You type view, you can see that you can open the same window where you see we have 2 columns. One is pollutant, one is design values, right? We just created using the 2 vectors. All right, okay. This is about basics about how to create a data frame. And let's go back to the code editor. And if you want to extract a single column, right, we can use a $sign. We will do the data frame followed by the $sign and then the column name. Okay, for example, if we do DF $sign and pollutants, right? It has been shown here. You can just select one, okay, and then Control Enter, run it. Okay, so it will show the content of your first column, right? Actually, your pollutant column. But this is a way we can extract a single column from a data frame. Okay, there's the last. Okay, we are done. We can move to the metrics and the list. So metrics is, I really use metrics list. So we're gonna briefly give an introduction about this to let you know the concept of this. So matrix is very similar to data frame, but it has only one type. So either everything is numerical or everything is character. So this is about the matrix. Another is a list. List is a very, I would say it's very different. Okay, it can have multiple types and multiple lengths. It can be it can contain a data frame or it can contain a matrix. So whatever you can think, kind of a combination you can think, you can put it into the list. Okay. Oh, okay. I think that's all about the first training. I will do a recap right now. And so we learned about how to create our project, right? I recommend you to do this as a practice for your routine R programming, for create a project for each project you are going to work with. And we learned about the 4 basic data types, right? That's numeric, integer, string, and logic, right? True or false. And 4 different basic data structures. We have a data frame, vector, list, and matrix. We also learned about object, right? How to name of object and how to assign values to object. So I think this is all about today's training. And on Tuesday, we're gonna learn more about how to import libraries. And to save time, I recommend you please take a view of the next session and install all the libraries that will be used for the next training. So we can save some time. And I also upload data files that we're gonna read it in the next session in the Teams folder. So make sure you have the access to those Teams folder. And if you have any trouble about getting this data, and feel free to contact us. And I will stop here. And if anybody has any questions, then we can discuss about that right now, or you can.
Hey,
type in
Min.
the chat. Yes.
I just wanted to show everybody something really quick on Taylor's
Yes.
screen. Taylor, if you don't mind, I wanted to show everyone if they wanted to take notes on their script while working. I see a lot of people in the chat talking about that. There is a way to do that so that your the R won't run your notes. It kind of ignores them when you're actually trying to run functions and stuff. So hey, Taylor, if you go next to on line like 15 or something and space out a little bit from it, and then do the pound sign or the hashtag, and then write this function allows you to, you can do spaces here. Whatever, you can write this function allows you to view the data or whatever. So this hashtag or this pound sign, you can take notes underneath, above, after your lines of code, and R will ignore them if you wanted to take notes.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jesse. Yeah.
Someone asked about mini exercises to do in between. I don't think we have any, right?
We do have some exercises for example, how to let's see. I think exercise 4 is about to ask you create a logic vector, right? With 3 different elements and check the information. And also we have exercise 5, ask you add a column and to the data frame that we just created using the logic vectors created in the previous exercise. So there are some exercises, and if you are not sure how to do that, and you can chat in the Teams, and this is supposed to, we help each other to figure out the answer. If you don't know how to do that, always, yeah, feel free to ask. I think it's 2 o'clock, and with that, I want to wrap the training for today. And thanks Tom and Taylor for being our volunteer. Really appreciate And for the next training, we're gonna have like a 7 or 8 trainees to introduce yourself. So moving forward, we plan to have everybody has a chance to introduce themselves. And we will also call maybe 3 volunteers to share your screen, maybe from those 7 or 5 who just introduce themselves. And that's all I have. JC, do you have anything you want to mention before we close the meeting today?
I didn't have anything, but for those of you, if you're in the chat asking how to get in the R Teams group, you should have received an email invitation to it from Jessie. So look for that in your email. But if you can't find it, please email her and she will send you a new one.
All right. I would like to thank everyone and have a good rest of your day. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
Bye, guys. See you all Thursday.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you all. Bye.